Pretty soon I'll have some moderators. I want two moderators I know by name, Lana and my brother Eric. That they accept. I getting up higher on this world. Pretty soon I'm gonna have moderators. In a while, I'm gonna thank everybody, all my subscribers, and the ones that follow me on Facebook, and mostly the people. It's for the people. It's about the people, and it's gonna be only but through the people we establish this right here. The higher ups, you know, when I saw my first prophetic post, that's back there when my baby was still, my little girl was still a baby. And it seemed like man, a long time ago, my grandma told me, I asked her, who gonna be fighting Antichrist, man, when he comes? And she said, you. And then she added, you know when it's time for you to step up. And then back in 2019, I started to see the first signs of tribulation about to come. It was just a little bit ahead, like about 2-3 years, about 2 years before pandemic hit. I knew the beast system hard. The Georgia Guidestone, which is the satanic 10 Commandments, was getting ready to commence into operation, and they've been building momentum ever since. Don't pay attention to these rivals that you be seeing taking place on live stream, on your local news, on the radio, or CNN, or anywhere that you see. Don't pay attention to the rivalries, because all and everything is not what it seems to be. Because on legacy, you might see Trump and Putin cursing at each other. Then on social media, we might see Xi Jinping saying, yeah, you send that first shot, I guarantee you won't be able to send the last. Don't pay attention to none of that, because behind the scenes, in the backroom coalition, they're rubbing elbows, people. Told you things ain't what they seems to be. It's an illusion. Because these higher ups, they are kin to some earthlings that are not entirely human, and that they believe because they got that genealogy in them, they can run the world and they can just do whatever the heck they want. While they paint a false mosaic that they're against each other. That's the worst mistake anybody man think, that all these higher ups men against each other. Well, if they're against each other, why do you think they be making moves simultaneously on gold? Why do you think they be making moves simultaneously on building a bunker? Why do you think they move simultaneously, making these rumbles and booms that they hear underground? Because on the surface, you see Trump and Xi Jinping cussing at each other, but you don't see what happened behind the doors where they drawing up their blueprints. When they go ahead and they all had a mutual decision when in the time come where these high ups say don't need poor people like me. like us. That's the reason why. That's the reason why the globalists, man. You already see how a person, man, set up a line of cards. Now that this used to always be shown up. This used to be a favorite thing on in the 80s. The line up the dominoes. Man, that used to be the best thing I used to watch, man. I think it was a show called That's Incredible that came on in the 80s. And one of the funniest things, man, that they'll have competitions where people be setting up all the designs of dominoes, and then they knock one domino over, and then you start seeing the whole network of stuff falling over and everything, man. And they're looking at that blueprint. Oh yeah, it's going just like that. It's going just like that. And then the judges, that's incredible, man. They judge each contestant how their domino design worked according to their plan. That's exactly what the Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Elon Musk, the George Bush, the Trumps, the Ayatollahs, yes, the Putins, the King Charles, that they all in cahoots. They all in the little different domino designs called the globalists set up. And then and this stuff that's going on in the Strait of Hormuz, that what they playing in that domino lineup. They plan for that this line dominoes fall this way, and this domino fall this way, and then all of a sudden all the lines dominoes, man, they build up into one line. What's that? The Strait of Hormuz, where they playing on purposely. When the dominoes don't connect over to the rest of them, and then cause a whole bunch of chaos. It's planned like a line of dominoes by the globalists and the elites. They do not give a dog about us. You see the reason why they go to Bohemian Grove, or they go to the Bilderbergs, or the reason why they go to Epstein Island, or they go to the P. Diddy Booty Ranch with P. Diddy, with Pastor Jakes and all of them, because at these meetings they were making sure all that dominoes designs is going, when they fall in order, it's going to cause a global collapse on us, because they burn the effigy, which is us, representing the very moment in time, which is now, when these rich sons of mothers don't need us anymore. You better pay attention when this morning. Who you seen walking down the red carpet with the first lady? It wasn't Trump. I wonder who could guess. That. Who's walking down the red carpet with the first lady? It was Tesla bought. That was walking down the red carpet with the first lady. And it's indicating a paradigm change. It's indicating a paradigm change that they don't really include us. Man, y'all. Hey, what's up, y'all? First, I just had to get that introduction out first. What's up, Philly? Hey. What's up, UK? India, America, and even China. Because I love the Chinese. I just ain't crazy about their leadership. Yeah, people, man. And then also, another distraction. You gotta know what the distraction is, because they know what your priority is supposed to be, and it's their plan to shortstop. You heard that word, man? When people may be slinging on the block, or somebody come by and shortstop them, man, and then folks be getting mad. Man, this is my black man. You can't shortstop me, man. Man, man, reach up in my belt on your butt. Man, go somewhere, man. Stop shortstopping me. They see what the higher ups do. They know how to shortstop us while we're on our way to our priorities, and they shortstop us with distractions, that will cause a divide upon us. See, a platoon that's divided can't conquer. A platoon that's divided, the only next thing that could happen to that platoon is to be conquered. I even had to sit down, man, and open my eyes in the epiphany, man, and realize, man, the full scope of what's going on here. That blue beam, that blue beam, people, man, they're gonna use real aliens, people. They're gonna use real aliens for a fake plot. They've been talking to them, man, already, man, ever since Roswell. We had warp drive ever since Roswell because the Air Force, man, accidentally shot down the UFO. And then they're like, man, well, damn, man, we shot it down already. Man, we might as well just take it off somewhere and study it in the bodies. And then one day, something showed up in the president's office. A little short gray man. You violate international directive. And then I don't know who's the president then. Truman and one of them, and then the president like what? And they take his head out, and he knows he gray like everything, got big old black eyes. He's like, oh my God, yeah. We look like the bodies that Lord. We're gonna put together a peace deal right here, man, keep us from going to war. That what the alien told us. See, in Revelation, they said that a living creature. Anytime they say living creature in the Bible, they is talking about extraterrestrial life forms or fallen angels that has came down here corporally, physically down here on this earth. Living creature. Well, one living creature, they good living creatures and they're bad ones. Cause like when St. John has vision on Patmos Island, they got transported to heaven via one of these living creatures. And remember that living creature said, "Come look, see." I might call her first so she knows not a stranger. That means the witnesses being here, people, almost all the facets that the Revelation said has now been fulfilled, except for the temple being built. Because when that living creature said, "John, come here, come see," he had Enoch with him too. Enoch, he wrote all he wrote all the names of the angels that is facing trial for altering man's DNA. So God knew he was significance when that living creature, because God always had his sons projects, the Sons of God project. But the thing that made all the other sons of God jealous of, because Jesus looked at God and said, wait a minute, the birds got their own species, the cats got their own species, even the whales out there, they got their own species. But Father, we don't have our own species. Then God said, well, we can make our own species in our own image. Oh, Lord have mercy, man. When Satan seen that, man, oh, bro, he got mad as because he was all up on himself. And then you want to know when the revolt in heaven happened? It happened right when God formed the man out the dust. And then the Satan said, heck no. And then God said, man, where you been anyway? Because you coming into this meeting late, like you own everything. And then Satan said, maybe I do, because I ain't crazy about being manservant. I'd rather rule in the depths of hell than be a servant to man. Then God said, let it be. Come here, Michael. Take care of him. Whoever else man with him, put him out of here. That was all started. And ever since then, it been an itinerary passed on from the fallen ones. It been an itinerary passed from the fallen ones to the Nephilim ones, and to the Nephilim offspring, and then to the Nephilim generations that's still here that feel that they above us. And and they like to put us on the menu too. They just say, man, just like the days of Noah, because it is two mysteries. One has happened already. The mystery of Atlantis. Cause God don't like when man think he's all up on himself and he want to rule everything, but then he forget about God, and then he forget about the ones that trying to catch up. That man is excluded. That same thing Gilgamesh did. Shoot. Why think they so man crazy about this cryogenic technology? They started to discover it being cryogenics. That's why a former first lady, not Trump's first lady, but another former first lady, was down there in the ruins of Iraq and Iran, trying to find a certain somebody's tomb that's up under the Euphrates. All that stuff is real, people. And I'm gonna tell you about another thing that made me come on live. It's gonna be hard. It's everything to soften your hearts, because and it's always gonna be an enemy of peace. I got a great victory today. The one that was I had 2 victories, 3 victories this week that got the devil mad. Me and my mother-in-law, man, we finally made peace for a peaceful resolution. When I got my stuff and I moved my stuff out of there, but my mother-in-law started crying, man, because I get ready to move to another state and she gonna miss me. I did not know that, man. I did not know that. And then Renee, the store owner, we've been scrapping like 2 years and stuff was getting worse and worse. Then all of a sudden we fixed the confusion. It was something that my baby mama said to me. But then we cleared that up, another peaceful resolution. And then the big one, this one that made me come on live. The feud between me and the dude in the black car. We smashed that stuff, man. We made a peace treaty, man, today. Nobody can tell me, man, God ain't real. Man, I ain't have any money. Man, I got a meal, man. I tell you, man, you tell them about that fruit. Man, it was about to be so bad because I was talking to somebody I knew, and I was telling him, man, there's somebody, man, at this store, man, and they keep on making. I ain't the type of person, man, to run off with anybody money, like he said, man. Now you want me to come over there to that store, man, to holler at you, man, but I tell you, man, that other dude come up there, man, say anything to me, man, I'm gonna shut this block down, and I'm gonna get what's in my bag, and that was gonna shut the block down. And he said, wait a minute, that's my cousin. I'm like, what? Say, we know about that was happening. Say, I forgot to tell you that the partner telling me, we found out who the real person that took the money. Can I get an amen in the house? Because I never thought in my life I was gonna have a peaceful resolution between me and dude in black car, man. Was on verge of having a shootout, man. Man, nobody can like tell me God don't exist. He exists all the time. So now I made a peace deal, 3 peace deals that made the devil, man, very, very mad. I see the evidence in it. So how my phone's always screwing up on me some type of way. They always screw up on me. Especially when I was making rap all the whole time and I wasn't I didn't hear what God said. Well, put some time out for me sometimes in between your raps. When I started doing that, and then I started bringing people to God, and then I started seeing all these passages that's breaking becoming true in the Bible, and then now they're really mad because the people that he thought I was going to go to war with and probably go to prison. Now I'm friends with them. So devil got mad. So one of the employees in Family Dollar. Now she done switched up on people. It's a fact of life, especially here in the tribulation. As long as the devil and his son Damien, which is Antichrist, is down here on this planet operating, it's always going to be a enemy of peace. You'll have to find some way to deal with, because they will come and throw salt in your efforts to walk with God. And then I started realizing that I was about to come in and cuss her out, man. But what I did, I talked to the other employee. I said, no, but I'm just gonna stop what I'm doing. Yeah, and Google, man, we're really having fun with my butt right now, cause they unleashed, man, a whole 9-yard campaign on my devices. Because the founders of G Services is also rubbing elbows with who all the other higher ups is rubbing elbows with, and they all wish I never laced up the people on what's really happening. But I'm gonna tell you, I got a message for the higher ups. If y'all didn't get, I was on Instagram. I remember the dude, man, from Illuminati, man, because they found out I'm rapping and stuff, and then he propositioned me, and I started to believe, man. I said, man, this ain't no bullcrap, man, this is real. But I said, well, tell me your requirements. And so he told me my requirements: wear black all the time, but one of the requirements I was down with. He said, I got to pledge my soul to Baphomet. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And I paused everything on Instagram, and I went directly to Google because I went well versed with them. Now I know the hierarchy of Satan now. Napoleon, Baphomet, what's the girl's name? Lilith. That was the first woman on earth, Lilith. But she was a stud. And she wanted to make love to Adam like a stud do. And then Adam couldn't go, man, I can't handle this, man. And then Lilith like, man, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? And then God said, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with him? He getting ready to have a divorce, man. And I'm granted to him. And then Lilith like, what? And then she went off on God. Lilith went off on God. See, this, I'm gonna tell you some stuff that they take out the Bible. See, my grandma told me that in the last days of the tribulation, they're going to take the Bible away. I just didn't know how they're going to do it. But how they're going to do it, they're going to change stuff in there. There's some books they're going to take out, like the last book of Esther, and then they're going to move to something called Apocrypha. They're going to take some other books, man, like Enoch, and then they sit there way out somewhere else, man. Hope somebody going to forget about it. That's how they took away the Bible in the last days. But I found all the facets, and I'm putting them back together for folks. So devil should show, man. That devil sent everybody, man. Lately now, he got the employee from Family Dollar and my wife at me, at my neck. And then when that started happening, I usually get mad or try to get back with them and all that stuff, and go in the back and forth. But I had to stop, and I got to look at the big picture. And then there's some prophecy around the corner that God wants me to see. And I can't get to around that corner to see it because distractions from the enemies of peace always popping up like some wacky mode. And you gotta learn how, man, deal with these agents of hatred. You gotta learn how to deal with it. Man, I am so glad y'all came in. I just want to break the ice and everything. I'm bringing some other subscribers from Facebook, because I get ready to shut down on Facebook. Yeah, he erased all my live streams, my last memories I ever had of my daughter when I lost my daughter, and that got me so upset. People made me on when I find fuck Google behind, man. If I got into some of these accounts that Google locked me out of, and if I ain't got into some of these Facebooks, my original Facebooks, by the time I got there, it was too late. All the memories, man, from when my baby was born up to when people took her away from me, they're all gone. The proof that I had, I was out in a hurricane barrel, and then I lived by the grace of God. That live stream, that was a powerful live stream, man. That brought like about 10 people to God. You all know that. Circle board, man, erased that too. So now, more and more, I'm done with Facebook. And I'm officially gonna start my live streams back up. My astroplane tutorials, all that stuff. I'm gonna start it right back up, right here. It all started when I read in Revelations that Napoleon gonna release a dragonfly type of army from bottomless pit of hell, and then they're gonna fly out and they're gonna sting man, the ones that took the implant, because that's what it is. It's gonna be an implant. It's gonna be on your wrist or it's gonna be on your forehead. And then and they already got ways where even on your wrist, they got a way back where they run a rough wire all the way to your brain. And for the ones that want on their wrist, man, this stuff is just here, just adjacent. That's why they're doing the real robot revolution. Because when they start making these beast system brain implants, they don't want any human man to have their hands on the making of it, where they might fool around and sabotage it because it's the mark of the beast. Well, I find man broke ice. Yeah, but by having the phone on, I know now Google, man, really screwed me over, man, with the charge of my phone. So now I got to charge my other. I'm probably gonna be here, man, till close, but it's worth it. I finally had one of my first real serious live streams on YouTube, lacing everybody up. But we just adjacent of it. And the globalists got that little design of dominoes falling down like all around what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz. The globalists, man, got that domino set, man, falling over in line. This as that planet. That why around the world you see long lines, man, waiting for fuel. That's why you see around the world, man, prices for fertilizer going up. You start to see, man, where it's droughts and all this stuff, man, because really tell you the truth, when they were seeding these clouds, I mean, the rain didn't have no type of value at all. The man-made clouds didn't have no value at all for doing the plants benefit. So it was still just like no rainfall at all. Yep, that's why Corpus Christi in trouble. That's why Tehran and Iran is in trouble. Houston, all these doggone countries, all these countries in these cities, man, we're in trouble. But they ain't really, man, tell us the full truth yet, man. How bad it is, the water shortages. So they gonna use that to fashion a ball and chain on us. Like you call it energy mandates, rationing mandates, and then they pattern it right behind how they did when the bat flu fever. You know what I mean? C-19. Why we can't talk about it and they talk about it free? Because the Satan hate to hear or get reminded of what he's doing to us. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's why we can't talk about that. That sickness. That's why I made a new name for it. I call it bat flu fever. New variants of the bat flu fever is running across America. And it all seem all crazy, man. All the insect and it all happening simultaneously, man. To design a global collapse. that's going to be translated into a global reset. And when the Klaus Schwab said, oh, we're going to cut for the relevant ones, they ain't talking about us. And the relevant, when Klaus Schwab said the relevant ones, he talking about King Charles, he talking about Zuckerberg, he talking about Elon Musk, he talking about Trump, he talking about Epstein, he talking about those are the relevant ones that's going to merge out the ground when all this stuff, man, done with and take control, but it's going to be short-lived. Because our master and savior gonna come back with all power in his hand. Stay prayed up, stay vigilant, keep your head on a swivel. And then also watch how the enemy's peace come at you. And then also know the prime objective of the enemy's peace. Get you in, just make you mad and get you in trouble, or just look that you miss what God was trying to show you. Be vigilant, be astute on everything, and most of all, stay prayed up, peace out, and stay in God. I'm out.